Okay, the session is on recording, and I want to officially welcome everyone to this session. This is induction, kind of trying to let you know how we do things here, ground rules, what you'll be expecting, and things like that. So it's kind of familiarization. If we are working in a physical environment, is a situation whereby we are going to take you around our premises, our conference hall, and the rest of them. But this is a virtual, a remote boot camp, 100% remote. My name is Charles Ugu, as you can see on my card here. That is my name. And I have more than 5 years experience in teaching alone. I started teaching way in, yeah, around 2000. That's when I started teaching. Outside that, I've been a business analyst for more than since 2011. I've been working as a business analyst since I left university. I finished my master's, and that's not when I left university. That's when I finished my master's. I've been working as a business analyst, project manager, data analyst, data governance professional, ITSM, and at some point I was working within the government, and a lot of other things. So I'm equally a serial entrepreneur. I have companies both here in UK and Nigeria, and yeah, all these are experiences. Is not within these experiences working in government, working in NHS, working in telecoms, working in banks. Yeah, so many places I've worked, logistics. It's a lot of experience. Within this experience, I've worked as a business analyst, solving problems, complex problems. Yeah, that's what business analysts do, we solve problems. It's not been easy, or it's not an easy ride. It wasn't a piece of cake, ups and down. At times, you even lose your job because of mistakes. So, these are all the combination of experiences, and we put it together to deliver this boot camp. We are not university academic based, because academic knowledge is no longer needed in today's market. Yeah. So I'm not gonna tell you anything about university experience or university. It doesn't work. What works is work experience, and that is what this boot camp and all my boot camp is going to be built on: practical experience at working at different places. So after which you can be able to work in a company and solve a problem. And we're going to give you an internship through one of our companies for you to gather experience as a business analyst, which is a big gap in so many of our CVs. Some of us who apply, nobody is listening to you because you do not have experience. And I'm not going to blame them, because people they pay you a ridiculous amount of money, and they are not paying you to come and teach you or train you. They are paying you for you to bring something to them. They are going to pay you for your experience. You see, as a business analyst here in UK, where I live, as a junior business analyst, you start with 40K per annum. As a mid business analyst, 60K. Senior business analyst, you earn between 70 to 90K a year. If it's contract, you earn between 400 to 500 to 600 on the experience list. Is 400 a day, 500 a day, 500 pounds. I mean, 500 pounds a day. That's what you earn on contract, maybe 5 months contract, 6 months contract, 1 year contract. So if company can bring out £500 every day to give you as a business analyst, and then they bring you and they start training you, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, before they even start looking for you, they have a problem they want you to help them solve. Yeah, I don't have time for graduate trainees. So that is why we are here, to provide you with that needed skills, experience, exposure you needed to break through. So, yeah. It's going to involve a lot of things. You are going to learn a lot of processes. You are going to learn a lot of techniques. You are going to learn a lot of tools, IT tools, softwares, in order to practice and deliver as a business analyst. As a business analyst, you solve problems. That is the purpose of the main duty of a business analyst is problem solving. Problem solving is not help me print or help me. It's complex problems. Complex is companies going down, their sales is going down. A lot of their customers are complaining, they are losing customers. You see a company that is sinking, like a ship is sinking, and they bring you in to save them. In one department is facing serious crisis. That is what business analysts do. Yeah. This class is a very small class. You know, we used to combine business analysis and project management before. Yeah, it was a kind of out of my goodwill, my kind gesture. But this time around, we need to separate it because people don't take advantage of that. They don't even understand what we are doing for them. So that's why we separated them. And this one is a I wanted not to, because the class is very small, but yeah, because so many of you here have been waiting for a long time for this class to start, we say let's just start it. That everything is no money. So it's a very small class. So I don't normally teach a small class. Classes I teach will be a minimum of 50. If it's not up to 50, I'm not teaching because it's no value. I don't, yeah. Well, we are going to be very small class, and we are going to be very fast, and we're going to be, try to deliver as quickly as possible. So if you are going to be in this class, you are going to be sharp, you are going to be up and doing. Yeah. And it's an opportunity here. You are going to we are going to know ourselves very well. I've had a class of 4,000 people. I try to know, so this is a very small class. So you to understand what I mean. Yeah. So before we proceed, if you is there any of you who have been in our class before? Any of our class? Charles, I think I've cited it somewhere. Yeah. Benson, we are struggling with the struggling.
This is my first time of joining your class.
Okay. That's good. I hope it's our first time for all of us here. Oh. Please, I want to be able to understand the way We work here. My class is bigger than MBA class. So it's not children's class. You come here and just interactive class. Yeah, when you come here, you must be tired of where you are. You must have the hunger to move the next ladder. If you don't have that hunger, you're not going to find it difficult, easy with me. I want to see when adults they are tired of something, and I want to move. And that's how business analysts will solve a lot of complex problems. What made me what I am today is being a business analyst. It's not even being a project manager. It's not even being a data analyst. It's not being, I studied finance. I studied finance in the university, banking and finance. That is not what made me what I am today. I've worked as a local government chairman. It's not that what made me what I am today. What made me what I am today is being a business analyst. As a business analyst, you solve problems. Problems is opportunity. When there is a problem, there are so many opportunities out of that problem. You create opportunity with problem. And you can easily convert a problem opportunity into a business. The way you see things will be different from the world that's the same thing. There's opportunity. For instance, in Nigeria, a lot of people are running away from Nigeria, think there's no jobs. There are so much problems in opportunity. What am I saying? As a business analyst, it means there are so many opportunities in Nigeria. If you are a good business analyst, there are so much money in Nigeria. There's more money in Nigeria than in UK. Yes, as a business analyst, there are more money in Nigeria than in United States of America. Yeah, there's so much gap. Nothing is transformed. We are in an era of digital transformation. But the whole of Africa is not digitally inclusive in what is happening in the world. The whole of Africa is excluded in the digital transformation wave. And that's why there are so much unemployment in Africa. There are so much poverty in Africa because Africa is a virgin land. It has not been cultivated digitally, and we're in a digital era. So any small cultivation you can do, that is a lot of money. Yeah, that is what is happening in Africa. A lot of people are running for ready-made job because we don't have it in Africa. So what business analysts do is a situation like this, they see it as an opportunity. That's why what they are calling you for companies to do. Companies. You are going to help company transform their system, solve their problems, save money for them. In so many cases, so many companies working using analog. You come, you digitalize it. If it's taking that company 5 days to do a task, it will help that company to reduce it to 1 day. You are saving them how many days? 4 days. 4 days is a lot of money you are saving for organization. If you convert it to how many hours you pay employees to do, please put yourself on mute. If you are not talking, I can see everybody here. So if you can save companies, we call it lean. lean processes is where you reduce waste. We call it waste reduction. In business analysis, we are going to do a lot of waste reduction. We are going to do a lot of process improvement. These are two things we are doing as business analysts: waste reduction, process improvement. When we improve a process, automatically we are going to reduce a lot of waste. A lot of waste is going on in our places. Abandoned projects, these are waste resources. It wasn't planned. Everywhere. Even here in UK, there's a lot of companies are suffering waste. Now, there's another layer of digital transformation. Another layer of digital transformation is the adoption of AI. In most cases, we've been doing digital transformation without AI. We do some tasks within a day. Take us one day to do a task. These days, with the help of AI, we do some tasks within 1 hour. A task that will take us one day, we'll do it 1 hour. Now, so many companies, because of AI, is still a very new technology. It's still being tested. It's still being regulated. A lot of companies are now planning to adopt AI. So as a business analyst, these are the kind of things companies want you to look at. How do we bring this technology to help us grow, to help us reduce waste, to help us solve problems, to help us solve queues, all this incidents management, customer relationship management. We are having situation. These are what we are going to be doing as the business. It's going to be, if you don't like to solve problems, then this class is not for you. But if you love solving problems, then this is the right place for you. As a business owner, there is no kind of problem you cannot solve. In church, in marriage, in community, in school, in university, in hospital, in banks, everywhere you are needed. If we come here in UK, every local government here in UK will have at least that local government is stingy. They don't want to release money. They don't like digital. At least they must have at least 5 permanent business analysts to help them solve problems. Because local government manage residents, housing, environmental, road, a lot of things they are doing is too much. There's a lot of challenges in trying to scale through all these problems. You know, they need business analysts to help them do that. If you go to hospital are using a lot of technologies today to handle the amount of patients, diagnostics, patients' record, and a lot of things. Who adopts these technologies that help to enhance their productivity? Business analysts. In bank, today's bank is no longer paper money. Go to the teller, cashier, they will give you money. Everything is digitalized. Wallet, a lot of things. People do not go to bank. Even ATM is no longer in use. So everything is digitalized. For a bank to have a very seamless lane mobile application that can scale and compete in the global market, they need an experienced business analyst to help them analyze the system, understand the customer requirements, understand the customer need, transform it into a solution, and deliver it into a mobile application. that people will use and people will be happy. If you cannot do that as a bank, people are leaving you. Customers these days do not have patience. As you are messing around, they are joining the next customer. They don't care. You are OP. They try to download it, or they try to, they are just jumping into PalmPay. As PalmPay, no, they are jumping into Money Point. You have the Zenith. That's why all this old generation bank, they are dying away. First Bank, they are dying. It's no longer those days. See, my money is saved. Money is no longer saved in all this old generation bank. I'm telling you. Because they don't have enough customers. I'm telling you the truth. This new generation, you see OP, you see PalmPay, they are making more money than all these old banks. Because they are following the trend. They are serving the new generation. They are using technology. They understand the mindset of customers, and they tend to be closer to customers. But some people, all these old men, they don't be saying the First Bank is first. No, we are no longer in that era of it must be First Bank. You see Union Bank, you see Afri Bank, you see all these old banks, they are dying away. Even UBA is struggling, you know. If they don't take, all of them will go away. All this new generation, if you see Zenith Bank, they wanted to join the old generation, but they are beginning to scale up. Now, if you could see them, they are traveling, even coming here in UK, doing aggressive marketing, because they are seeing that they are losing the market. So, if you don't have good business analysts that understand the market, do the analysis, thorough analysis, they're going to take over the market from you. So is the problem we have in Africa. So many of us are getting there because most of these companies, established companies, are being run by old men. And these old men, they don't know the world, the technology, everything is leaving them behind. And they are still telling you, yeah, before you are born, we'll do this, we'll do that. We are no longer in that era. Things have changed. You know, they don't want to do anything. They are living in past glories. Look at the amount of wealth spent in building television authorities. You see, when they want to build a television, a media house like NTA, ESBS, all these, they spend millions of money building their infrastructure, mask, a lot of things, satellite these, big gigantic houses. Now, just a single page in Facebook is more effective than the whole of NTA. People do not follow NTA. People, they don't trust, they don't care. A small boy will come and open a page and be reasonable with his or her page, and you see everybody will follow him. That is a generational shift. Things are shifting seriously. People do not use this. All the big plasma TV in the house, it's no longer effective. Everything is on the mobile device, on the move. A lot of people on the move. They don't even care. So the market is fast shifting. That's why they need business analysts. If you don't have business analysts, the market will leave you behind. Because as the market is shifting, the company will want to continue to fire, to follow the trend. Who can do that for you? Business analysts. So that is why every organization, well, the point I'm telling you all this story is that you are not going to say, I'm a business analyst. Can I have this kind of question? Can I work in a bank as a business? Can I work in school? As a business analyst, you can work anywhere. You can even work in the kitchen, anywhere. Anywhere there is a problem, you are needed there. If I should say the country that need the most business and the most experienced and the highest amount of business analysts is Nigeria. We need, but the problem why we're suffering is that we don't have them. Every local government in Nigeria should have at least 10 business analysts. Every state should have at least 20 business analysts. As a country, in different departments, Ministry of Justice should have at least 20 business analysts. Ministry of Finance should have at least 50 business analysts. Central Bank should have at least 50 business analysts. These and NMPC should have at least 100 business analysts. But the fact is that it's all these people, they do not have even one. They don't have. How do we solve our problems? How? In schools here, even in primary schools, they have business analysts. They use a lot of applications. Yeah, my children here, they have to do their assignments, they log in through this and that to do their work. In primary school, what they are learning in primary school, I didn't learn it even in university. Yes, I didn't learn that in university. Even this teaching through Zoom and remotely. So many of us here who are even have master's degree and PhD are struggling even to join a class like this. But some of my children, they'll be using that since even in primary one. They used to teach them. They're using to teach them. So we have a problem there in the whole of Africa. That is our problem. Digital transformation. Lack of digital transformation. We don't have it. Yeah. So how do we do this and how do we learn? We're going to learn. I'm going to start sharing my screen so we see how we're going to learn what we're going to be learning. Okay. We're going to use this framework because when you are going to work, I said everything we're going to teach is based on work environment. So that once you finish here and get into the industry, the first day you are getting it and they are handing over a project for you as a business analyst, you should know what to start doing. As a business analyst, I want you to understand that you are equally a project manager. A project manager doesn't mean that you are going to go and tell them I'm a project. No. We know that a good business analyst should have knowledge of projects. You must be working in projects. You might not be the project manager in it, but you should have a working knowledge of how a project is run. So in a project, how a project is run, it will run this way, in a breakdown structure this way. And you don't work alone. As a business analyst, you are going to be working with a lot of people. We call these people stakeholders, team members. These are people you need to work with and you need to understand all these people you work with. You need to understand the environment. For instance, if a company have hired you as a business analyst, they are having issues, they want you to come in, what do? The first thing you do is to receive a project brief. That is going to be done through you or through a business project manager. So the project brief is going to tell you everything you need to know about the project or about the problem. From there, you tend to identify your stakeholders, the people you need to work with. Because you need to gather requirements. You need to understand the expectation, stakeholders and the expectation. If I see the way I see it here is PM means project manager and BA means business analyst. So in this regard, it's your duty to understand your stakeholders as well. The project manager working with you, everybody needs to understand who are the stakeholders. The project manager in this project will want to create a work breakdown structure, just like I break this down, create a work breakdown structure. The project manager you work with will want to define the rules and responsibility for everybody working in that project. And it is the duty of the project manager to call a meeting and assemble the project team through what we call project kickoff meeting. Then, you need to identify the scope of work. What the problem you need to solve, you need to understand the scope. Is it within one department? Is it within 2 departments? Is it within 3 departments? Who are those? So you need to understand the scope of whatever you need to do. There is a need for you to, everything you are solving, any problem you are solving becomes a project. Companies have different methods of project management. You need to understand the project approach they are using. Either they are using agile approach or they are using waterfall. The PMO and the project manager will make this available. Then, with this, they have set a background for you, a scaffold for you to start your work. Once you've identified the scope, understand the approach, you've understand the stakeholders, and the next thing you need to do, you see all these I highlighted in a kind of sky blue. They are all you need to do as a business analyst. You need a thorough requirement gathering. We call it data collection. So facilitate requirement gathering. What is requirement gathering? You need to ask questions. Interview stakeholders. You need to interview them, ask them thorough questions to understand the problem they are facing, because you are there to solve a problem. You cannot solve a problem you do not understand. And that's why I say you can work anywhere. Why do I say you can work anywhere? Any place you go, there is a problem. You need to ask questions to understand the problem. You cannot say, I'm bringing my experience of this. No. All you need is a structured approach as a business analyst. It's an application. Business analysis is an application. You can apply it in any domain. Domain means environment, any work environment. You can apply it there and it's work. Yeah. So you need to facilitate requirement gathering. These are things you are going to learn. When you gather requirements, you need to document them. You need to model them. After documentation, you need to carry out analysis. You need to analyze all the data you've collected. Analysis have different types of analysis, different types of requirement analysis. You can use the most popular is gap analysis. Gap is to find out the gap in a process. Yeah, a gap in a process, and find a solution to fit in the gap, bridge the gap. You need to carry out a gap analysis to find out the gap. You need to carry out root cause analysis to find out the root cause of the problems. These are different various requirement analysis techniques we are going to be using. In some cases, we can just do gap analysis and it's done. And in some cases, you just use root cause analysis. In some cases, you combine gap analysis with root cause analysis. And once that is done, you are looking for a gap or you are looking for the root cause. If you find the gap, which is the problem, you transform it into opportunity. Or if you are looking for root cause, when you do root cause analysis, you find the actual cause of a problem, why a company's sales has not been growing for the past 6 months, or why the customers have been complaining for the past 5 months, or why customers has been leaving. You know, you find out a lot of people, customers in OPay, they are uninstalling the app. They are no longer using it. They are leaving the company. So you need to find out the proof. These are where you can apply root cause analysis. You find out that a restaurant that has been booming, all of a sudden, there are no customers again. And these are some of the issues we are facing in Nigeria. How many of you know Mr. Biggs in Nigeria? How many of you? Have you ever heard of Mr. Biggs? Mr. Biggs has grown to the level of McDonald's in UK. McDonald's, we talk about McDonald's here, we talk about KFC. Something like McDonald's has been here even before some of us were born. And they have been there since then. Coca-Cola has been there all over the world. Their standard is always there. But you see us, Mr. Biggs everywhere, all of a sudden Mr. Biggs has disappeared. Nobody sees Mr. Biggs. That's a big heartbreak, seeing such a big establishment disappear. Do you know how many people that have gotten job in Mr. Biggs? Do you know how many boys are feeling big? I'm a big boy, I'm working in Mr. Biggs. And all of a sudden, it disappears. Yeah. Now we see, it's not about setting up companies, but sustaining the company. All of a sudden, we see ShopRite everywhere. ShopRite everywhere. ShopRite is now beginning to shrink. It's dying. Very soon, ShopRite will disappear. Can you tell me the reason why they don't have the right personnel? They don't have the key drivers to drive the companies. The salespeople, packing, selling, they are not the people that can drive that company. You set up a supermarket, you hire people, sales girls, you hire laborers, they will do the unloading and offloading, and you call it that is not the business. The business are people behind the closed door, working on strategies, identifying problems, working on improvement, continuous improvement, research and development. That's what, if you see the amount of money companies like, you see just a food outlet. Yes, it's a food outlet because everybody eats food. Food is like a filling station. Every day, people put fuel on their car. People always traveling, and people are traveling. So people want a stamina. I can't just jump into any restaurant and start eating. But restaurant like Mr. Biggs is like a certified eatery that they have standard across board, so that you can just go in there, eat their food, and you're okay, because you know they have standard. But you start seeing that people will go to eat Mr. Biggs and they start having food poison, they start having a lot of things, stories, and this and that, because there are no problem solvers. There are no drivers, key drivers that can drive that company. So, yeah. Benson, if you have questions, keep your questions. There are time for questions. We'll ask questions if you are raising hand for questions. So, that is it. We use, if I'm given the opportunity to revitalize Mr. Biggs, I will revitalize Mr. Biggs, and it's going to be the top notch. Yeah, it's a big name. Such name don't need to go down. It's already, people will want to see it come back. Well, it's gone. Yeah. Another company like that, which is a big mess in Western world, is Yahoo. Yahoo has the capacity to become Facebook, to become OpenAI. You didn't know what Yahoo, but it was mismanaged. They didn't cash in and move, and it's gone. Yahoo is gone. Yahoo is a big name. So if you have serious drivers, companies that lose their onions, keep hiring top business analysts. So once you've done your root cause analysis, then by then you must have extracted the high level requirement, what is needed. Once you've done that, you come down to what we call solutions evaluation. So after root cause analysis, you understand the problem, and then you have to go look for solution. Looking for solutions, there are so many solutions in the market. If you are not a professional, this is where you get confused, because you don't know the kind of solution you are going to adopt for a company. So that is what solutions evaluation, as a business analyst, you need to understand how to carry out a solutions evaluation. After solutions evaluation, you need to carry out, is part of the solutions evaluation, cost benefit analysis. You need to analyze the costs and benefits of every solution. Yeah, they must be viable. If the cost is bigger than the benefit, then you drop it. The benefit must be bigger than every cost you want to, because it's an investment. It's an investment. So the benefit must outweigh the cost. And once you've done cost benefit analysis of the solutions you want to adopt, then you have to put it down in a report that you need to submit to the senior executives or the project sponsor. And we call it a business case. That's when you are justifying, telling them, I've done the thorough analysis, I've carried out investigation, I've gathered the data, I've analyzed data, I've carried out a thorough evaluation of a solution, and I think at this point I've selected 4 solutions for you to choose from, and This is the solution. This is the reason why I select this solution. This is the viability. This is what the solution is bringing to table. You know, this is the justification why we need to adopt this solution for this problem. And this is how this solution is going to solve this problem. You put it in a report and you wait for approval. Of course, before the approval, it must be another, it's not just, it must be an experienced business analyst, sort of senior business analyst is going to review the business case and approve or disapprove. Once the business case is approved, then you move to what we call project charter. It's not your duty to create a project charter, yeah, but you can be involved in creating a project charter. The project charter gives the authorization, the project authorization for the project. Business case justify the reason. So you can have a business case, but the project is not authorized. So for the solution you've adopted to carry on or to move on to the next level, you have a project charter that authorizes for you to start building that as a project. Once that is done, yeah, if the smart project manager, the project manager must have started risk management, you know, and then start project planning once we have an approved business case and a project charter. At this point, you, the business analyst, will start designing the solution. We call it solution design. That is when you start converting. At this point, at initiate stage, is business. It's still a business case, business stories. Now, it's still a business requirement. Yeah. Now, when you come to planning stage, you start creating user stories and acceptance criteria. Then that is when you start transforming the business requirement into what we call technical requirement. That is when you start designing use case diagrams. You create a product backlog, user stories, acceptance criteria, wireframe, test plan, test scenario. These are part of the design. As we have two types of business analysis. We have business analysis, which is the first part of it, initiate stage. What you do within the initiate stage is business analysis. And we call the business analyst within this environment business analyst. And then in some companies, you find out that your boundaries is here. Once you submit business case, that's it. Another business analyst might will take it from here and start converting the business requirements into technical requirements. In some cases, you find yourself as a business analyst to work from the beginning to the end, and that is the full project life cycle. The full project life cycle is working from initiate, define or planning, execute, and closure. That is full project life cycle. So you find yourself working as a both business analyst and a technical business analyst. So you find yourself working in that way. And once you finish your designing, that is the time we start inviting the developers. Yeah, developers will come in. So with the developers, You see here, you see user stories, and to the extent of validation of user stories is BABAB. We do all this. Then when we start executing, that is the developers start converting user stories into code, building them into a live software. You are still going to be there to monitor the work and wait for testing. So you are going to carry out testing of all they've done. So you see here, you are going to be part of the sprint, part of the demo testing, part of everything within the Scrum. So yeah, and after then we'll carry out a launch of the solution or the product, whatever you have built. For instance, if you have designed a CRM system or ERP system for your company, or ITSM system for your company, or a web portal, any kind of solution, build it and launch it. Once it's launched, then the next thing is closure. Within the closure, you still have to do some work. As a business analyst, during the closure stage, you obtain client acceptance form. Yeah, you issue acceptance form to the product or the project sponsor for them to sign that they are happy with the solution you people have deployed. Once they sign that they are happy, for instance, they've built or implemented an ERP system or CRM system for them, and they've carried out a lot of tests and they are happy, they sign client's acceptance form. Then the project manager will proceed to close the project through closing all the RAID, lesson learned implementation, lesson learned and post-implementation review documents, lesson learned, and if there is need to update the business case, you update the business case, you as a business analyst. Then the project manager will upload all the reports on repositories and end the project through a closure report. So you look at this, our map here, you see that business analysts have got a lot of things to do. Every project you are going to handle in an organization, you can apply this and it's going to work. Whether it's software development in a bank, whether it's in a construction site, whether it's in an NGO, whether it's in a hospital, whether it's in church, you can apply it anywhere and it's going to work. So that is, you see, why I'm showing you this for you to see the level of involvement you are going to find yourself in a project. And that's why I said that a business analyst should be a good project manager. In as much you are not the one leading the project, but you have experience, you are following, seeing the way things are being done. Because you follow the project from the inception, from initiate stage to closure stage. At every stage, initiate stage, you see you have something to do as a business analyst. At a planning stage, you have something to do. At execute stage, you still have inputs to make. Even at closure stage, you still have input to make, meaning that you have the capacity to follow a project end to end. And these are the way they are going to answer your question as a business analyst. How do you approach a project? They want to understand, do you understand your involvement in a project? Where do you come in? So how do you approach a project? If you have gone through this very well, understand this, you tell them, yeah, if the project manager receive the project brief, yes, you need to understand the project brief and start identifying your stakeholders and the scope of work And once you understand the project approach, you start facilitating the initial requirement gathering, and you start stating. Once you start telling them sequence by sequence what you do, or they know that you are a business analyst. Yeah. So that is it here. So we're not going to go and do introduction to business analysis today. So next time we'll start with our lesson of where we're going to do introduction to business analysis. So you understand the business analysis, understand all the roles and responsibilities, what is expected, and all the rules in business analysis. We're going to do that as well. So, and after then, we are going to we're going to deploy you to this company where you are going to work as a business analyst, helping them. Yeah. Called autonomous communities. So we have a lot of people already working in this environment, and here you're going to join to be part of the team. So so the mobile application, is already ready. So within the next 1 week, we're going to see to make sure that the mobile application is deployed to Play Store and App Store for download. Yeah. So if you have question, in most cases my class do not last more than 1 hour. So it's not about too much delivering long classes, it's about understanding. So yeah, you have questions, any kind of question you want me to address, you are free to ask that question. And you raise your hand and I will call. I'll start from the first hand raise. So that's why I say you put your question, write it down. So I will attend to everybody.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Okay.
Good evening.
Just trying to, yeah. So if you will start from okay, the first person here is Kesley. How may I help you, Chris?
Good evening,
And
sir.
if you want to ask me a question, you need to put on your camera. I don't talk to people in hiding behind the camera. That's my ground rule. That's number one rule here. So
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you need to put on your camera. Like I said, if you can't put your camera, you keep your question. I'll move to the
Good
next.
evening, sir. Can you see me now?
I can't see
This
you.
place is dark.
Then you put your lights. I'm not joking, no, not funny. That's how I operate.
No, I'm not laughing.
We're in a classroom. If you go to, so we're in a serious business we're doing here.
Okay. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know that it's here. It's one of your.
No, it's a serious business. We're not. We're producing serious people here that can confront societal problems. And
it's noted. It's noted. Thank you so much for the privilege. Please, how many days of the week do we hold this class?
Yeah, for now it's going to be 2 days, but if we have availability, as a matter of fact, for me, I want to finish this class in 1 week. If it's possible for me to finish it in 1 week, so that you can move to your internship where we are going to be working on live projects, which is the main thing. So, but I can guarantee you are going to get 2 days every week, but it can be more than that, but minimum. Yeah.
Okay. Which day?
Every class is evening. Yeah, between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. So for now, we're looking at Thursdays and Fridays. Yeah.
Okay.
But we can make it Wednesday which I'm trying to see if I can close a lot of classes to make more rooms. So if we can do that, we have more days. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Ipera Benson.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
That was the same question I wanted to ask that you have already asked about. I wanted to ask about the duration of the week that we are going to be meeting. You've already asked. And my question is, how long will the internship be? Like, how many months? Is it 2 months or 3 months?
Yeah, it's the whole boot camp is maximum of 4 months.
All right, sir.
The sooner you will finish the training, we start the internship. And the internship can be between 3 to 4 months or so. If we can finish the training within 1 month, we use the rest of the months on the internship.
All right, sir. Sir, the other question I wanted to ask is, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
I don't want to be too forward, but then, do we have any software that we install on our laptop or in the course of the class we're going to use us to that? Like, for example, Excel, now, because I don't have Excel on my laptop, I wanted to ask probably I should go and make a need for that urgently before we just or I should just do.
Well, the only thing I can tell you is that you need a laptop to work as a business analyst.
Right,
And
sir.
when we get to a stage you need any laptop, we are going to tell you to install this. We cannot tell you to install any software in advance.
Oh, all right, sir. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right. But be rest assured, you are going to use technologies to do your work.
All right, sir.
Yeah. All right. We don't have any more questions, and that's it for tonight. The session have just started, so we're going to make you open our portal for you to sign up, register in our portal so that you can be able to have an account with us and be able to watch videos from course portal as well. And when you finish this bootcamp, you should be able to download your certificate from your account. So everything is done through your account. We don't issue our certificate. We go there as you are working. Once you finish your certificate, is going to be there. You download it in a PDF. So, and that is it for today. So welcome as a business analyst. As a business analyst, I want you to know that you are not an ordinary person in the society. You stop seeing things the others are seeing it. When other people are running away, you want to go there because you believe there are gold there. They do not see things the way you see it. Yeah. If you do not have that mindset after this, then it means you didn't get it. If you are not seeing opportunities, if you are not eager to solve problems, then you are not getting it. Yeah, you must be able to get it. Yeah. You see people, husband and wife fighting. You as a business analyst, you can sit them down, understand their problems, and provide solution for them. So it's not business analysis is not about only building ERP, building CRM, delivering softwares solution. It can be that the other way. You can be a marriage counselor. Yeah, as a business analyst. Any kind of problem, you can solve a problem. You can go to local government and tell them, see, carry out analysis. This is why you people have not been able to pay salaries. I did it when I was local government chairman. When I entered the local government, the council cannot pay salaries. They couldn't pay salaries. A lot of outstanding, so many more salaries. You know, and there's a lot of allocation coming from federal government. But once the allocation comes in, it disappears and you find out. So what do? I wear my vest as a business analyst and I start working as a business analyst, not as a mayor. And within few months, I've been able to carried out a thorough requirement gathering, go to different parastatals, different departments, gather requirements, understand how we are, and I find out where our money is going. Find out we have too many unwanted people in our local council. You find out that if you go to so many schools, you see one teacher teaching just 5 children. You know, that's a waste of resources, meaning that those teachers are not required. And the ratio, the staff teacher ratio is 1 to at least 30 to 35 students. So in a situation where one teacher is teaching 5 students or 9 students, while the ratio is 1 to 30, you see that it's not working. there are so many things that are not right. Then you go to some other local governments in the interland, you see one teacher teaching 200 students. One teacher teaching 200 students. And the other way, in our own local government, one teacher is teaching 5 students. What does that mean? The teachers are where they are not needed. And that's how I've been able to identify up to 600 teachers that are not needed in that local government. They are just wasting. And that need to be deployed where they are needed. And when I went to the state governor and told governor, this is one of the problems we're having, he said, how? And I sat the governor down, carried governor up in the analysis, how I identified what is going on. And governor was, wow, that is how a business analyst should be doing things. I didn't beg governor to approve it. Governor approved it immediately. That's removing of 500, 600 teachers automatically saving that local government 40 to 50 million naira. You see, you've freed the local government. That is the first approach. Yeah. The second approach, you find out that so many workers do not come to work. Outside that, we'll have so many unwanted teachers. Even in the local government, there are so many workers who do not come to work. And within the council alone, we'll have a bill of just council of 60 million to pay staff salary. And so many of them are ghost workers, they don't come. I'm not gonna sit and tell them that anybody is a ghost worker. In this case, I deploy a biometric capture, attendance. If you come to work, you go and click. When you are going to work, you go and click. That biometric capture becomes our payroll. And after 1 month, we will save another 20 million. Yeah. You see? That's how a business analyst, you see how much I've saved the council within a short period of time? Save them that lot of money. Yeah. It did not end there. I go to all the primary schools. They didn't know I was coming, where all the headmasters are having meetings. And I entered there as the mayor. They thought I just come to greet them. I told I issue out a piece of paper to all the headmasters. I told all the headmasters, write the names of all your teachers. I told them, I hope all of you know all your teachers. Say, yeah, they say they know their teachers. It's okay. Write the names of all the teachers you are working with. And I told them, after this name, we're going to personally verify the name. If you write in your school, you write a name that after verification, you find out that this teacher do not exist. Automatically, you are going to prison. I'm not going to put you to prison. You are going to be the one to send yourself to prison by lying to the council chairman. And they started writing. And after writing, you find out that half of the payroll I'm getting, that their teachers are not teachers. Because the headmasters are now giving authoritative list of people they are working with, coming to school to teach every day. With that, we're able to save another amount of money. And that's how we recover all our money that is missing. That's how we manage to block all the loopholes. That's how you work as a business analyst. You carry out analysis, you find out all the gaps in the system, you fix them, and the system will be healthy. So, and now the council have been able to pay their, since I left the council, I'm not here, they are struggling to pay their salaries. I'm not here, they are, so the council is a bit healthy. But very soon, one or the other, they will mesmerize it again. But the point I'm making is that this thing I do, this thing I did there, I can replicate it in bank. I can replicate, can solve that kind of problem in hospital. I can solve that kind of problem in schools. Yeah. The solution I'm giving to you today is out of analysis. You find out that what the universities are producing is not what the work, the market is needed. We find out, carry out analysis, I find out the missing layer. The missing layer is that work experience. But it's not easy to get a work experience. Companies are not just coming to give you a work experience. So we provided a good where we provide a comprehensive work experience through companies we partner with and even through our own companies. And it's working. So you see, we have a lot of people who have trained here, a lot of people who never know that you can work as a business analyst from Nigeria for American companies. Never know that, and you can be in Nigeria working as a project manager, making up to $4,000 from the comfort of your zone without leaving your house. What is happening? This is the work of a business analyst. So if you cannot solve problems like this, I've told you some of the problems I saw, so many of them, so many. You know, you cannot solve problems like this, then you know you are not getting it. Yeah. Thank you, and see you some other time.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate it.
We're going to have a recorded video.
Very soon, just be patient. Everything will be laid out from the gospel, from your WhatsApp group.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.